Hello everyone, I am CM Varitas and I am joined today with CM Dragonlark, who's hiding off camera.
Hello, it's because I'm drawing.
She's just a
Okay,
hand.
wait.
She's like, what is it, Thing and
Oh, yeah.
in Adam's family. So today we're kind of continuing the theme of, so we have a weekly stream of Dungeons and Dragonlarks. And we have our characters on there. So right now I'm drawing Tierfing's character, whose name is Shin Brennan. And he gave me this as this is who he's been using so far as his character reference. So we need to make one that, doesn't belong to another IP already.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to do that. So far, I believe the few that have been made so far is I've drawn mine, and then Jello Shaker drew. Who were the other two that she drew? Because I know she
drew Oda's and John's.
Oh yes, and my kitty cat.
Yes.
Not that it's my kitty cat, but apparently
There's a flying cat that's joined their group.
there is a flying cat that has joined with our group. So I'm using this as a base. Oh, that is so the wrong brush for this. There you go. I want this one.
I feel like any campaigns that I run will at some point be filled with adorable animal friends.
This is perfectly fine. My character's a druid, so he's perfectly happy with cute animal friends. If you want to just throw animal friends all over the place, no one here will stop you. In fact, we will love the little animal friends. So for anyone watching, I'm basically setting up kind of a color palette that I use, or I'm going to use to create this kind of character. Right now this is just for the face, and it looks like a blob of mess, but I swear it'll all make a lot of sense very soon. So I'm drawing this. I guess I'll start with the whole, what am I doing? So I'm currently doing this in Photoshop. What else? Yeah, I'm pretty much doing this in Photoshop and kind of winging it. I know with my other character I kind of had a baseline already started. I don't with this one, so I figured I'll see where this goes. Hopefully it all goes well. I don't know. So, I don't know if anyone can hear me. I think everyone can hear us, right? Yeah. Oh, we don't have any music or anything going on. Does she usually have music?
She usually uses Monster Cat.
I don't have what's Monster Cat.
I think it's Monster Cat.
I don't have a Monster Cat. What is that?
It's a live stream thing. But I mean, you can play whatever you want.
Well, I'm gonna throw on some amusing, maybe, I don't know. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do that because I don't want to get us...
Yeah, you don't want to get us muted.
Muted on YouTube, so I gotta think of something. What's something that will not get... What won't get destroyed? The best of the classics of Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, and Chopin.
That won't get us muted, then go for it.
It shouldn't. I believe they're beyond the copyrights. I think. Although I can't hear it, so I have no idea what it sounds like. I don't even know how loud it is, which is probably terrible. Okay, is there a way to know how loud this is?
Should be playing on here. Oh, I don't think it's playing. You can see.
I can't tell.
That it's not. It won't let us listen to it, and it won't let them listen to it. It's there's something wrong with that.
It doesn't like us?
Happened to Oda the other day. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then we'll just have to pretend that there's music. I suppose we could sing while we do this. Whistle while we work. Does that count?
As long as it's not something that's going to get us muted.
I have no idea.
So you have to draw a character, you have to draw him, make sure you portray the personality he's displayed in the live streams thus far.
Completely untrustworthy? Got it.
Yes.
Shifty.
Murderous.
Murderous, yes. Very
He's killed more
murderous.
people than anyone else, I think, at this point, because of he was killing those people who couldn't defend themselves.
And apparently, alligator saying something hats, heads, kappas.
That's a good point.
Yes.
I see what she's saying there.
Hello, alligator. So I'm going to first start out with drawing just a bunch of circles because that helps me to, when I don't have a way of measuring everything, it helps me to kind of figure out where everything's going to be. So for a moment, the character will look very naked. No, that didn't look good. Good. So this is why I always kind of start out with the line drawing already drawn out, because otherwise I sit for a long time going, I don't like this pose. I don't like this pose. And this is the perfect example of why we do this ahead of time. And I did not do that because, yes. Yes, I don't have my hat on. I actually was not, I had forgotten that no one was going to be doing the stream, the Makeshift Monday, and then I was like, oh, I could do that. I like doing that. Let's fix that. Much better.
Draw out the rib cage, right? That's an interesting way of going about it.
I always draw out the rib cage first, then fill the rest of the skeletons. And my rib cage usually ends up as like a weird. This is how my. But that is actually a really good technique because so much is attached to, obviously, the torso that once you kind of get that. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this entire pose, so we're just gonna do that. Delete. I know what I want to do. So this is not working the way I want, so I'm gonna rotate it. No, not that.
Anatomy class is, I think, one of the best classes. Other than like, well, even I feel like anatomy class is even better than some art classes to learn how to draw. They're saying, Allie was saying that she started drawing by doing an anatomy class, and that's like feel like one of the best ways to actually start drawing, because like I remember when I took life drawing, like most of the first class I took, the beginner's class was anatomy. Like we had tests about all of the different bones and muscles and stuff, so.
Now, I started drawing when I was really young, and even then I actually had started out mostly drawing animals.
Animals.
I did not start drawing humans until much later in life. It was always mostly kind of animals and cats and horses, because that's pretty much what was around me all the time. But wasn't until later on when I did do some anatomy courses, and then of course in one of my old jobs they actually would hire models to come in just for practice. Like, anyone could go in and start drawing, and I still have a lot of those old sketches with me even to this day. Because some of those models are awesome. Like, I got to sketch the artist for he's a really prolific fantasy artist, and he always uses the same model. I always see him at Comic-Con and WonderCon and all those others, and like they've been working together for a long time, and I got to use her for an anatomy class, and I feel really I think it was Mike Horley is his name.
Awesome.
But like, he was always really nice, and she was freaking awesome. I actually took a acrylics class with him, which was a lot of fun.
Very cool.
We drew Death Knights. Alright, so I think we should probably get into actually drawing something. So let's get into the face here. Because if there's one thing I've noticed in a lot of pictures, it's like you want all the detail probably to go into what you want your eye to look at the most. Because if you ever look like at paintings up close, so many of them are really fuzzy everywhere except like on the face or in the center of the picture. Don't worry, the giant line is going to go away eventually. I just use that as kind of my center to go, okay, the center of gravity needs to go somewhere in here. Alright, so this guy, can't make him look exactly like that, but he's very rugged. He's very handsome too. I just love how they scarred him up to try and make him look less handsome, but still a pretty good looking dude, I'm gonna say. I believe that's from Mass Effect? Right, that's the guy.
I have no idea. Never played Mass Effect.
Really?
Yeah.
That just looks really scary and weird. Because yeah, that'll all change in a minute. So, and of course all my colors are off in the corner, so, boop. So what did you start drawing, Dragonlark?
I also started drawing animals, but I was not surrounded by them, so it was mostly from like I'd get like National Geographic, like animal kind of books, or like those books that are just like all dogs or all cats or all horses. I would just draw from those. And then I got into like anime in high school, kind of drew that kind of stuff and took a lot of art classes. So, but yeah, it was when I was younger. I liked drawing animals. I draw like the little birds that were outside my grandparents' house and that kind of thing.
No, you don't have to use the same thing. Alligator, please don't think that that's all I do. I'm just using it for this picture because it's just a character shot. It's just a character image thing. But, yeah, you can use different things. I know some artists did that whole test where they just drew a squiggly line and then drew everything around the squiggly line. But yeah, I've actually been doing art for a long time, Alligator. I started with oil paint. Well, obviously I started with pencils and papers, and then went on to do oil paintings, watercolor. I started with a little bit of acrylics, but by that point I had started switching mainly to Photoshop because it was less messy. And
Cheaper.
And yeah, I mean, it's expensive, but at the same time, in the long run, cheaper. And fact, a lot of people probably don't know that they've seen my work for years and never even knew it. 'Cause that was my job.
While you draw Shen, I'm drawing some of the monsters that are gonna come up during the next couple of. While you draw Shen, I'm drawing some of the monsters that might be coming up in the next couple of weeks during our Dungeons and Dragonlarks.
Cool. Yeah, Alligator saying, I went with pencil and line paper for my notebook for the longest time until I got a drawing tablet. Yeah, I did that for a long time as well because I pretty much drew notes as opposed to actually taking notes in class. And I was really lucky that a lot of times, a lot of this stuff was pretty easy, and it was easier for me to kind of listen if I just listened to the teacher. So I got A's anyway, so they didn't mind.
Yeah, I would draw all over my homework and note paper in classes.
I don't know if Chairfinger's listening. Like, does his character have all these scars? Is he a scarred individual?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I think you get to decide.
Oh. Yeah. Yep. Where's the thing? That is not what I wanted. Why are you being weird? Oh, that's why. And this is why I tend to start with the face. Work from there. Oh, wrong one. This one. But, doo-doo-doo. Something, alligator, get off if you use only yeah. I went with pencil now. Should totally draw him with a sexy lumberjack beard.
It's like, well, this is you now, so get over it.
Yeah, I'm trying to give it some attitude. Ah! Full thick beard and flannel chainmail shirt.
I think Allie's onto something here.
So we're gonna turn his character into a lumberjack.
Well, since I think we're trying to use these for the intro to the series, it might not be a greatest idea to.
So what you're saying is if I don't finish it, I should definitely sit down and finish these later?
Maybe, yes.
Alright. Yeah, la 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 la. Bloop, 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 bloop. Head over here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Kinda looks like he's dancing now, it's kinda funny. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going crazy. A fantasy lumberjack, hence the giant axe and chainmail. Sure. As soon as. Although, isn't he like a rogue?
He is indeed. Who murders people.
Yes, this is true. He moves. Well, let's see. So I think he said he had short hair at least, so we'll give him the short hair for now. At least, I'm just going to put that in there for now. Blue, 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 blue. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I don't know if I trust these suggestions, alligator.
I'm surprised she hasn't suggested he have a hat yet.
I think the beard, maybe the beard counts sort of like a hat. She's like, not anymore, he's a lumberjack rogue now. See, I just want to go, well then does he wear suspenders and a bra? That was such a fun song.
Huh?
Oh, this lumberjack song, Monty Python. It's a fun song. Yeah.
I'm very excited for this week's Dungeons and Dragonlarks actually because you guys have reached. Last week ended on kind of a cliffhanger.
It did, and that was, I never actually got to see how that turned out because we had to record that one early, right?
Yeah, I'm not actually sure if that has gone up yet because we didn't need me to finish the intro.
Oh. Who's doing the intro?
I am pretty sure we just need the images and then I'm gonna have like a summary of what's going on. Basically.
Yes, he looks very strange right now. I understand this. It'll make much more sense.
Colors.
Yes, all the colors. That's right, I'm trying to at least get his face set. Dark. So weird with so much silence.
That's true. So what's the best Pokemon you got this weekend?
I caught a pretty strong, what was it? I have to look. It's my strongest Pokemon right now. Oh, that's right. I evolved a 874 Jolteon.
Nice.
He's very pretty.
Very cool.
Ooh, Alligator caught a 580 ponytails this weekend.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
I'm still collecting ponytails to evolve into a Rapidash. I caught one that was pretty good the other day too.
Yeah, I have one that I named Swiftwind, but she's not very strong yet. She's still pretty, she's only 653.
Yeah, I think the strongest thing I have is an Arcanine, and that's just because there's Growlithe everywhere here.
Yeah, our entire neighborhood is pretty much overrun with Growlithes. Let's do this.
That's pretty cool. So many colors.
It'll all die down soon.
But the colors, I thought that you were just going to leave them that way. That would be funny.
I've decided that your character wears some weird ass makeup. Tearfing. That's right, I was trying to give him a smirk. Ooh.
Wasn't a very soft line.
No, that was not a soft line. Move all the cheeks over here. Come on, work with me here. Work with me. Rings. Wow. This thing is like, nope, we're done. You don't get to do anything softly. It's all going to be harsh lines from now on.
So I feel that now, like, lunchtimes have become sort of like, where can I catch Pokemon and also eat lunch at the same time?
Exactly. This is true. And it's kind of interesting how it's kind of created a fitness culture without really meaning to.
It's the best fitness app ever.
It is.
Yeah, I didn't bring lunch today and I'm sad because what I've been doing is I've been making sandwiches and then, because you can eat sandwiches while you walk. So there's like a park down the street from our work and there's 4 Pokestops in it, which isn't that many, but it's a very small park. So you can just like walk in like a circle and then by the time you get to the first Pokestop again, it's been refreshed. So you can just like have an endless cycle of like walking in circles and getting like the Pokestop items.
Giving away all of our secrets.
I mean, I don't think that's like... Maybe that'll get people to come on game night. We have game night coming up, by the way.
We do.
2 weeks.
And I think everyone should come along.
And I think we should have a Pokemon adventure. I don't even know if we can do that, to be honest. But I think we should go out and try to find Pokestops. It'll be kind of late. I don't want us all to go out to like, the parking, like...
I think it would be a great idea.
Yeah.
I have no problems with this. I think going out and having a Poke adventure with our players would be a great idea. I don't see the problem here. I only hear good things. Not the one I wanted.
But colors.
All the colors. This is true. All the colors are everywhere now.
So, what's the most heartbreaking runaway you've had for the Pokemon Go so far?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it definitely happened at Downtown Disney because there was this really cool Pokemon I didn't have yet, and he ran away. I caught him once, and then of course he burst out of his little thing and ran the hell out, and I was very sad.
That's always the worst.
I caught 5. Oh. Needs more battle axes and beards. The butterfly-shaped redness around the nose makes him look like he's got lupus. Maybe he does have lupus. You never know.
The saddest one for me was a Chansey appeared, and on the first try to catch it, like, it ran away. It's like, what else could I have done? What else could I have done to catch that Chansey?
No.
So sad. Despair. What if I'd never seen that Chansey again? So sad. Also, the place that I actually live is like a Pokemon, like, black hole. There are no Pokemon there. Like, the game runs fine. It's just there's no Pokemon in the area at all. It's like at least a 10-minute, well, maybe longer than that. I would say maybe like a 20-minute walk from my house to anywhere where there's Pokemon.
Oh.
It's so depressing.
Our house is barren, and then it has these moments where it just has Pokemon everywhere, and you're like, really?
Yeah, I see stories about people who are like, oh, I saw Pokemon in my house, and I'm like, I've never seen a Pokemon in a house, except for the one time, like the very first Pokemon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If I throw like a lure up, I'll get a Pokemon like once every like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I tried that at my house once, and it didn't do much. It just,
Well, that's what lures are supposed to do. They'll give you an extra Pokemon every 5 minutes.
Yeah, that did not happen.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm like really excited for you guys to see the monster for this next upcoming week.
Why is it adorable and cute? Like,
I think that's a matter of opinion. We all have our own definitions of what adorable and cute mean. I think it's adorable and cute, but I'm not sure if everyone else. You'll probably think it's adorable and cute.
okay. That's all that matters, really.
Yeah.
Because,
I feel like you have a broader scope of what adorable and cute means as well. So.
this is not a lie. This is very true. I'm making him far more cheery than this picture. But he seems very cheery in the game.
That's true. Especially when he's bothering Zeke.
This is true. When he's bothering Zeke, he's far more cheery anyways. So I'm going to just go with that.
And when he's killing people. Which is often. Much murder.
Murder, most foul.
I feel like having, oh my gosh, yes, exactly. I can't remember, honestly, to be honest, what the CP of the Chansey was. Huh?
Oh, no, she's like, later, nerds. I'm going to sleep. But, go ahead, sorry.
I was I don't remember the CP of the Chansey, but it was just really sad. It was like, I was just so excited to see a Chansey that I didn't even notice anything else until it was gone.
No. I'm actually very annoyed that sometimes it does that where you can't see it, or you'll spin so many Pokemons, or Pokeballs, and you'll spin the raspberries, and then they disappear anyways.
Yeah. Gotta get to level 20 and get those Ultra Balls.
I don't know, I'm not impressed with the Great Balls.
They actually have worked like a lot better, but I know you, like, on this weekend, you went to a bunch of things, right?
I did. I went to a lot of Poke stops and Poke locations. I went to downtown Disney.
I only checked out Irvine Spectrum. That's because it was by the place that I went to with my brother. But this next weekend I'm gonna go to a bunch of different places if everything works out well.
Yay!
I feel like downtown Disney would be like almost like claustrophobic though with the amount of people.
It's not too bad. I mean, obviously, if you go towards the park, it gets a little crazy. But, like, throughout the rest of the area, it's not too bad. Friday night, though, it was. Friday night was pretty busy, but that's because it was a planned kind of Pokestop event. Alright. I need to, like, fix this. Or at least give him eyes. We'll take this brown. Boop, 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 boop.
I'm wondering how long it's going to take them to come out with the next generation of Pokemon.
That is a very good question because
I feel like even given like how difficult it is to get some Pokemon, I've still caught up a lot of Pokemon. Like I haven't gone to anywhere like major except for Irvine Spectrum for like an hour, but like that's not a long time, you know. Like I know people who are there for like hours, and it's just like I have like 70 Pokemon, or I have 70 different. I've seen 70 different types. I'm like halfway almost to catching all of them, so I'm just kind of wondering like how long it'll be until they come out with more and what they're gonna do to keep people playing.
It's. I mean, there's a lot of options that they still haven't, like that were in the commercial that haven't made it to the actual live version yet. So, to me, it's interesting to see, are they going to do that, or what's going to happen with that entire thing?
I just hope they're not just like, oh, we made money, we give up. Like,
Gosh, I hope not, considering.
That would be depressing.
That would be very depressing.
Yeah, I like this drawing. It does have very much a trust me and die kind of feel to it.
A what?
A trust me and die.
Which one?
There.
Oh! Yeah, he kind of comes across like that, whether he means to or not, and so I'm kind of like that. Although I can tell I haven't gotten very far with the character. My drawings take a little bit longer. But I figured at least if we get the face done, or like the... Yeah, I kind of go for the whole... It just looks weird. Let's see how this goes.
I think it looks good. I mean, I think it's coming along good. I think it's coming along good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Is that something? Woo. That is not... Oh, that's right. That's because he's flipped sideways.
So, my brother's flying out to visit family today, and he's giving me updates on whenever he takes a gym or catches a Pokemon.
So he's rubbing in your face is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's very funny. He's not on the same team as me either, so
Wow.
there's a little bit of rivalry there. But I mean, I feel like I'll kind of like jokingly say stuff, but some people are getting like seriously like upset about the gyms, and I'm like, This is a game. Calm down.
Dude, no, you're right. It's been kind of crazy with all the stuff going on. Oh. I'm gonna put that right there for now. Yeah, people are, started out really cool and fun, and now people are getting really, really, what's that word? Just crazy.
Yeah. Like, I'm almost just kind of, like, completely ignoring the gym aspect of it now. Except for, like, every now and then I'll be like, oh, I'll just take this real fast and get 10 coins. But for the most part, I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Although there is a whole reason where it's like, because if you have the gym, you can get
Coins.
coins.
And the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which does make them very, very attractive.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But why get coins that way when you can just spend money? I spent money.
I did too. It's okay.
It's like, I need Pokeballs.
Well, it's like, I look at it this way. It's like if you were to buy a Pokemon game,
Yeah.
it would be X amount of money.
I think
Anyways.
I spent like $10 on it so far, so I have got like, how many more dollars to go? Many more dollars to go.
Yeah. I think it's about $10. And it's not like you're not playing the game. It's not like you're wasting your money. It's like, well, I've been playing it already for how long?
Yeah.
It's like, you have earned my money. Because it is a free-to-play game.
I feel like it would have earned it a little more if their servers wouldn't crash every 5 minutes.
Yeah. But hopefully soon it'll all be together.
Yeah, they said they're fixing it, so. And they're letting everyone else into the game around the world, which is nice.
Yes.
Because I feel like they have to do that before they can move forward with, like, advancements in the game.
Yes. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about your lumberjack outfit, Alligator, when you come back. I'm just trying to at least get this much done. The face before the rest of before the show's ended.
He doesn't have hair.
He does not have hair yet. I realize this. I'm gonna have to do something. I have to do that. So, I need to look back. That is so creepy.
Texture. I've never been very good at painting, so I feel like that's what, like, a lot of coloring in, like, amounts to. I'm better, I feel like that's why when I draw something I tend to just, like, ink it in and, like, I don't know, sometimes make it more, like, surrealish so that I don't have to deal with making it look real.
Luckily this isn't too much, this is just... And my big thing is it always starts out, as you saw, like a giant blob of mess, and then I slowly work at it, and then hopefully it turns into something I like. Otherwise it gets thrown into the trash.
That's the spirit.
I go, I hate you. You must die now.
I mean...
And then if I'm lucky, there's a fire nearby.
Oh my gosh.
I've done that where I got so angry at a drawing that I was out camping. Everyone else was asleep, so no one could stop me. So I just tossed the entire sketchbook into the fire.
Oh my god.
My friends woke up and they're like, "Why is the sketchbook in the fire?" And I'm like, "I didn't like it."
To be fair, remember when I was younger, I'd get really like upset if my drawings weren't good, and I'd like rip up like sketchbooks into like little pieces and then throw them away.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I suck. I should never draw again. And the next day, I'd be like, that was probably a little melodramatic, but it's gone now. It's fine.
I still have those moments where I look at it and go, nope, and then I just, although now, because it's mostly all online, I just sit there and go, delete.
Yeah.
Although I'm getting better, because sometimes I've learned that, while a drawing maybe didn't work out, sometimes there's an aspect of the drawing I like, and I should really not just toss everything away like that until I've, like, fully looked at it.
Accurate.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I always do when I am doing my own pieces is, it's like, I'll start the drawing, and then I'll work on it, and then I walk away from it for about a day, because if I continue to look at it, you start to miss, like, you get too attached to the drawing, and you don't see the problems right away.
Mm-hmm.
So by taking that moment to look away and to kind of refreshing your eyes, you can come back and go, oh, well, his head is too big, or his arm is actually really kind of shaped wonky. That's not right.
Yeah.
You can kind of get away from that and... His eyes a little more depth. Hello, Oda.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Hey, how is this stream going?
Well,
Oh my gosh.
This is where it's at right now.
Were you able to get the information from Heimdall?
Oh, Heimdall, no.
Well, there was not time. She's only on the face, so...
Yeah, so one thing I always forget is, like, my style of art usually takes a little longer, because I do,
You're doing it full color? And...
Yeah, so it was kind of, for me, usually just to get the basic look of an entire character with the color takes about a day of, like, 8 hours of work.
Wow, holy smokes.
But then, like, the next couple of days is all refinement, like, so...
No, that's super cool. It looks great.
Yeah, so if given enough time, usually they'll start to look more like, oh, I guess they can't see it on here.
Well, they'd see your real name.
This is true. They would see my real name, so that works. So let's see if I can get this.
Wow, that's awesome.
So this is something that I did for a different game. But yeah, I mean, this is eventually what the final product would look like.
Good gravy.
Wow.
At the end of everything. But I think that's one of the few. Like, here's another one. So I don't know if anyone can see that.
That is awesome.
But yeah, so like, I'll have to, after the show, okay, I want to give him...
Post some of them online, yeah.
I'll have to give him hair real quick. I think he said it is, although I'm supposed to give him a beard, but I'm going to put that on a different layer, because I'm pretty sure his character doesn't have a beard. I think he's scruffy looking, though, if I remember correctly.
He's a nerf herder?
It's a nerf herder.
Now, have you guys seen the stuff coming out of Celebration?
I haven't yet. I have been kind of keeping my nose away because as a Star Wars fan...
Oh, are you no spoilers?
No, it actually has nothing to do that. It's like, I'm so sad that I can't be there.
Oh. But next Celebration is... Do you know if it's going to be back here?
I don't know. I hope it is, or at least in the States.
because like if it's Florida, it's like, well,
Ooh, I'm thinking that we should do a trip to a certain park while we're there as a group. I'm just.
I think the company should pay for it. Think of all the contents we can get. Like, hey, Japan at Epcot is just like a Matsu. Yeah, we'll film here.
Totally.
And the wild animal park. What was it? Disney's. What is the name of the park that's going to have Avatar Land?
Oh,
Animal Kingdom?
is that what? Yeah, Animal Kingdom.
It's
Where
like,
is that
oh,
gonna
Animal
be?
Kingdom, that's just like one of our field maps where the monsters
Exactly.
are.
Totally.
You know, there's Harambe.
Totally. I can go with that. I can swing that idea. Hmm?
What were you going to say, Dragonlark?
I'll say, where is that?
It is in Florida. It's like their, in San Diego we have the Wild Animal Park.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, it's weird because it's like half zoo, but they also have rides. They actually have a really cool roller coaster there, where the roller coaster goes up and up and up and up, and you sort of like go down and you stop in midair, and then the second half is backwards.
That's nice.
So I'm
I
gonna
don't like
assume
stopping in midair.
that his character.
It's just going really fast the whole way. So I can't look at the height I'm at.
I think his character's kind of scruffy, so I'm gonna add some
Now,
scruff.
Veritas, have you seen Ghostbusters?
I have not yet. That is on. I think John wants to see it too. So we're
We
gonna.
should have a company
I agree.
movie
I think.
thing,
Yes.
and everyone
Well,
should go
next
see
week
Ghostbusters.
we might be doing Star Trek. Or actually, no, this week.
I actually got to see Star Trek this weekend.
I mean, without spoiling it.
Without spoiling, it was a lot of fun. It felt very classic, that classic tale, you know.
How does it compare to 1 and 2?
It felt more like 1. I know 2 isn't a huge favorite.
I'm very crazy about 2.
I still enjoyed 2, but no, number 3 was, to me, a lot more fun. Like, it's just because it's kind of its own thing. It's not trying to be Wrath of Khan.
Ooh.
You know, you can't match Wrath of Khan with the original Khan.
Right.
And it's very hard to do that, obviously, as
Especially
discovered.
because, like, shouldn't he look like Ricardo Montalban? Oh, okay. It starts getting crazy there.
No, come on, that chest. Who could beat that chest?
But no, Ghostbusters was fantastic.
It was super fun.
Um,
I kind of went into it being like, I'm gonna probably think this is sort of fun, but like, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna see it in theaters again at some
I
point.
thought it was going to be like, this would be okay. But it's actually more fun than I thought it would be. The trailers, I think, don't do it a great service, like, because the jokes themselves are okay in the trailers, but it's kind of like more funny in the whole film because it's more spread out, it's in context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is actually like a really great. I'm trying to think of what other movies is sort of like it. The tone is sort of like a Men in Black almost, or it's more heavy on the action.
Yeah.
But the horror stuff is like.
I hear it's actually kind of scary.
Well, I think Dragonlark said like, oh, it's not that scary.
It's spooky. The jump scares are they actually have like a couple of jump scares.
Okay.
But they're not like, I mean,
It's
spooky.
It's like
there's
Evil
some spooky
Dead.
scenes.
It's like Evil
Yeah.
Dead style, like.
I feel like when I say someone says scary, like something's like scary, I think of like a serious scary,
like Exorcist.
Yeah.
Or,
like something that like I won't be able to sleep the
oh,
after watching it. You know.
You know, your bar for scary things is a little bit higher than mine, I think.
I read it when I was in like 6th grade, so I'm just like, it's what it has to be like.
He's like, this scary.
Well, it was spooky though. There were some like jump scares, and I mean the monsters.
Take your alligator.
The monsters were.
Cool.
They were cool, yeah.
It's a really neat look where it's kind of like a ghost, where they look human but kind of translucent.
I actually really liked
you
the
can see like
animation
the
on
bones.
them. Yeah.
I think it would be really nice to see that in 3D because all the 3D
I think the
stuff
jump scares would actually be more like scary in 3D. It was some scenes were very obviously like created with 3D.
Mad Max, I got that on Blu-ray last week.
Ooh.
And Mad Max, like the scene where the guitar comes at the screen and it's hanging there for like 5 seconds, like, okay, I know that this was for the 3D version.
Yeah. I think I did see Mad Max in 3D. Yeah. And it was interesting because it was like, I mean, like, it was like all-female cast, and there was like no romance in it. Like.
Yeah. Or it was very, like.
I wouldn't call that romance.
Yeah.
I don't think that's.
I don't think
that
he.
wasn't romantic.
I don't think he kind of understood. The thing they don't really sell you in the trailers is the receptionist character.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris
Oh my
Hemsworth.
God.
That guy, you know, and it's like Thor 1 where he got to do a lot of fun, like fish out of water, kind of like comedy stuff. But this is kind of like that dialed up by
That
a few points.
a lot.
There might be something, you know, a little.
It was impressive, like, 'cause it's a completely different sort of role for him.
Yeah.
And it was a different kind of, like, range of...
You know what I love,
Did
though?
you stay... Sorry.
Oh, I was
Yes,
going to say, what I
I
love
did.
is, I actually didn't know that Chris Hemsworth was in it for a very long time. It wasn't until, like, I saw an interview, and yeah, it's like that whole thing where he's not the main part of the show, like, the advertisement or anything. I mean, as far as his role, I have no idea, but I do appreciate that it was very much left to, hey, you know, this you know, the girls obviously are kind of the center part, and oh yeah, by the way, we have Chris Hemsworth, and he's really funny in this movie, just so you know.
I did like that everybody kind of got equal screen time, like.
Yeah, all four of the...
Well, because even in the original Ghostbusters, like Ernie Hudson only kind of comes in at the end, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
And they're all very, like, well fleshed out characters. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just, like, a little bit of, like, oh, like... This...
Everybody gets a little bit of, like, backstory time
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
And they're all, like, very... they're all... I don't know how to say it. They're all really smart at, like, what they're kind of doing. Like, 3 of them are scientists, and the other one's, like, a huge history buff.
Yeah, and
So
it's
it's
like
just-
something that none of the other people know.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it wasn't just like, from some of the trailers, it made it seem like Patty was just gonna be like, oh, I know where things are in the city. But then, like,
Yeah.
in the movie,
Like,
it's
oh,
like
I'm streetwise. I was
she's
like,
not, in the movie, that's not what it is. It's like, she actually has a detailed knowledge of everything in the city.
I also like that everybody was, like, super into it.
Yeah.
Like, Bill Murray, like, he was, especially in the second movie, he wasn't super, like, he's like, oh, I don't want to be, you know, part of all the Ghostbusters stuff. But, yeah, the stuff that they did, kind of the nods to the original film, are really smart.
Oh, yeah, that was also...
And, yeah, just had a ton of fun with it. And so, yeah, I'll definitely see that again. The character of Holzman, the gal who kind of has, like, the Egon hair,
amazing.
definitely stole the movie for me.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Was she?
She was amazing. She was amazing. I can't even.
She's kind of the engineering genius, so she's like the Q of the group, where she's like giving gadgets to everybody.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
she's definitely like a bigger part of the movie
Yeah.
than just like the gadget person.
My favorite scene was that, like, her, like, most, like, notable scene. And you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like, amazing. She has, like, the best scene in the movie, I think.
It's like, hey, you know what? That, for me, it's like, there should be another movie.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
it's like, if you can give me more, like, I mean, it is like more of an action film at that point in the movie, and it's like, it does earn it. You know, they show that the characters are sort of like developing abilities and learning how to use all this stuff, and yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah. And the very last scene with Chris Hemsworth in it was really funny. And I did not expect that. Because I actually, one thing that people don't know is, like, to stay, like, for the credits.
I would have thought that Marvel would have taught everybody, like,
At
just
this point.
stay. Like, I always stay because it's kind of like my way of paying respect to the folks who made the movie, just kind of like reading their names.
But they made it really enjoyable.
Yeah,
It was
great.
hilarious.
Well, I mean, there is a lot of stuff that happens in the credits.
Yeah.
It's more like an epilogue to the movie, really.
I was not expecting that though. I was like, and it's funny because earlier they kind of hint at something, and then the credits.
And you're like, something got cut out.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
felt
oh
like that,
no, it
and
totally
then
did.
that was really funny. I was like, wow, this is the most ridiculous thing that Chris Hemsworth's going to be known for now, is this really weird scene. So.
Definitely worth seeing.
I hope to see it soon.
Yes.
And I don't know why this character suddenly started to look kind of like Wolverine.
It's time to do some Dungeons and Dragons, bub.
I'm like,
Snicked.
I'm like, I kind of wanted his hair to be
just
all...
give him some claws. No, don't give him claws. Don't give him ideas.
No, he does not need ideas. He does not need claws. I don't think our group would trust him with claws.
I feel like that character is the character that's in most danger of having like a rock fall on them because the DM is like, no.
He's the red shirt.
I cut some parts out of the. So once this video's done, I'll continue to work on the D&D. So I cut some stuff out where we're just sort of like setting up and like kind of like talking more strategy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But once we get into the meat of the adventure, like the actual part where we're moving through the different rooms and stuff, I didn't really need to make any cuts because it does move pretty swiftly from there. So I was able to cut like 5 minutes off of this video. I was like, oh, I'll get it down to 15 minutes. So like, no, I can't. Can't do it.
We had a very productive session.
Yeah.
For
well, yeah, we definitely got to a hell of a cliffhanger there at the end.
Yes. I'm excited for everyone to see what's laughing. Because it ended with maniacal laughter, I believe.
Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, because what could possibly go wrong with maniacal laughter? Only nice things, right?
Yeah.
Only the nice things.
Well, it's about 2:11 now.
So just finish up the drawing completely within the next 2 minutes. And
That should be no problem.
You got this.
Yeah, totally.
So I was talking earlier about how I'm kind of torn because for last week, during lunch, I'll bring like a sandwich and then I'll just go immediately to the park down the street and I'll just walk in circles to catch Pokemon. And today I didn't bring lunch, so I'm just like, what do? Do I just not eat and I just walk in circles? Do I have to go somewhere? Where has a Pokestop or a bunch of Pokestops that I can eat and walk in circles there? It's so difficult now with Pokemon out to choose what to do.
This is when...
just like grab something quick from like Stater Brothers or Taco Bell or something like that, and then go park in the park so you don't have to walk from,
That's true.
just walk around and then just like drive back here when
I could get food that's could be carried around still.
Yeah, get some Lunchables, some kind of portable food, or just like a sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think now we've hit that full hour because we started later than normal because it decided to be a poop head. But I think that's it. So this is Make Stuff Monday. Here's my poor dude. I'll finish him later and I'll post it up.
Oh, that looks incredible.
Yeah, it does.
I feel bad that mine's not colored now. It's just gonna be me in pain, like, this is a nightmare.
Oh no! Like I think I said that I would go ahead and paint the characters in.
Ooh.
I just need them, scanned into a digital format, and I can paint them for you.
Once Jill Shaker's back in, I'll see if she scanned it. Otherwise, I'll scan it.
Sweet.
Very cool. So awesome getting to see the creative process.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. This has been Make Stuff Monday. Have fun.